Honestly, I would equate the situation to a group of people are standing on the train tracks, and a train is coming, and it's about to run most of them over and kill most of them. The train is accelerating by the second, but they're acting like its speed isn't changing, or even acting as though it's getting slower. No, people, the train is accelerating. It's coming at you, and it's getting faster by the second. And if you can't understand that, it may be because you need like a lesson in basic math. I recommend that you listen to this children's song if you can't understand basic math.
Learn to count. The animals learn to count as they hop around the jungle, round and round.
I would like to start out this video by asking you to excuse my French. And if you don't know what that means, that is what polite people say in America when they're about to say a bunch of curse words in English. I am going to say more curse words in the next few minutes than I have said in the entirety of all of the videos I have posted on YouTube over the course of the last more than 10 years.
Is it going to be worse than that episode of South Park?
Because I'm pissed. Very, 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 very pissed about the situation on the planet Earth right now. Never in my goddamn motherfucking wildest dreams could I ever have imagined that the world would go to shit this badly.
Ugh.
Millions and millions and millions of Americans are effectively like imprisoned in their own house, including numerous people who live alone who are effectively forcibly placed under solitary confinement by the government. And the only reason for this is that said government cannot provide tests for a disease. Because they cannot provide tests for the disease, millions of people are presumed infected, presumed contagious, and commanded by the government to stay at home. This is beyond any kind of worst case scenario I could have ever possibly imagined. Like when Donald Trump was running for president and I did not vote for him. And I made videos about why people should not vote for him. I imagined like a lot of horrible scenarios that could occur if this man became president. Allowing a disease that may be a biological weapon to spread around the country undetected to the point where so many people are infected that millions of people need to be quarantined at home and the government still can't test for it. Is like beyond anything I could have imagined in my wildest dreams or my worst goddamn fucking nightmares. And grocery stores are still open. And restaurants are still allowed to be open, preparing food for pickup and delivery. And if one employee at a restaurant or one employee at a grocery store is infected with coronavirus and is mildly sick and still going to work, or not sick at all because they're an asymptomatic carrier, or they got sick and they recovered, then they went back to work, but they're still contagious, that one restaurant or grocery store employee could potentially infect hundreds or even thousands of people. Anyone working in a restaurant or a grocery store should be tested for coronavirus every morning before they go to work. I've heard there's a rapid test that can produce results in an hour. So why aren't all these people tested? Because our government is so fucking incompetent. So fucking incompetent that they would choose to quarantine millions of people.
Where did you get that thing?
costing God only knows how much to our government and our economy. I am certain that the cost of testing all of the people for coronavirus would be less than the cost of quarantining all of them in the long run. I am like literally in disbelief, people. I'm having like a slow nervous breakdown that's getting a little bit worse every single day. That has been worsening for the last month.
Here, but if you're going to buy this,
it was a few days more than 1 month ago when I made my first video about coronavirus, and my video was called Humboldt County's Hospitals Are Not Prepared for Coronavirus. Well, guess what? I was right. They published an article a few days ago saying that the entire county only has 24 ventilators. Nurses from St. Joseph Hospital, which is the hospital I specifically talked about in my video that I said wasn't prepared for coronavirus, are now going on social media, posting in a Facebook group called Humboldt Moms, asking the local mommies to sew them cloth masks.
Wonderful.
So when they inevitably run out of masks, because the hospital that I said wasn't prepared for coronavirus, and they didn't order any masks in advance before there were shortages a month ago when I made the video saying they weren't prepared for coronavirus. Now they're making local mommies to sew them masks, which news articles and scientific studies say do not work. The homemade washable cloth masks make the nurses more, not less likely to get infected. And honestly, they don't need just like gloves and masks to prevent people from getting infected with coronavirus. They need like the kind of like full body suits that have an oxygen supply that comes in from somewhere else, like they had in the movie Outbreak, which was filmed in Humboldt County, California 25 years ago. Here's a clip of the kind of suit that the doctors and nurses need to be wearing when they're treating coronavirus patients. From the movie Outbreak, here it is. Boom.
It's airborne.
And this is why you're seeing articles saying that coronavirus has breached the treatment rooms and infected everybody in the entire hospital, in a hospital in New York City, because the nurses and doctors don't have the proper protective gear to treat people who are infected with coronavirus without getting infected themselves. Because a regular PPE suit, regular masks, regular gloves are not enough to protect them from getting infected with this virus. As I said, they need like suits like they had in the movie Outbreak. Honestly, I would equate the situation to a group of people are standing on the train tracks, and a train is coming, and it's about to run most of them over and kill most of them. The train is accelerating by the second, but they're acting like its speed isn't changing, or even acting as though it's getting slower. No, people, the train is accelerating. It's coming at you, and it's getting faster by the second. And if you can't understand that, it may be because you need like a lesson in basic math. I recommend that you listen to this children's song if you can't understand basic math.
Learn to count as they hop around the jungle, round and round.
I would like to end this video by saying something to anybody who is in the government and anybody who is the administrator of a hospital or the head doctor or head nurse or anything, anyone with any kind of authority at a hospital. If you are a person in the position of authority in the government or at a hospital, if you did not make sure that hospitals in your area were prepared for coronavirus, if you did not order the necessary supplies to protect not only your doctors and your nurses and other patients, but also the community in general from getting infected with coronavirus when you treat coronavirus patients. If you didn't prepare for this, you're stupid. And that's what I'm going to end this video by saying, you're stupid. Over 1 month ago, I saw this coming. I started making videos talking about how the local hospitals were not prepared for coronavirus. I predicted that there was already an outbreak in America, and the day after I said that in a video, a scientist confirmed it. They did genetic testing, and they confirmed that for every one person confirmed to be infected in Washington, hundreds had possibly been infected and had not been tested or diagnosed. I have suspended production of my normal YouTube content to make videos warning the world about coronavirus. And only because I don't have like millions of subscribers and followers, my videos like did not get people who are in the positions of power to listen. If I was a government official or the administrator of a hospital, I guarantee you that I would have done everything in my power to make sure that the government and the hospitals, at least in my area or the area that I theoretically would be fucking in charge of if this was reality, would have been prepared for an outbreak to happen here or there. Damn, people, I'm really losing it. I'm almost unable to talk about this coherently because I'm so upset about it. My boyfriend is recording a video about our new stove as I record this video. And parts of my incoherent, curse word filled rant
2 eggs.
will be in the background of his video. I'm done. I'm just done. I'm not gonna do my normal ending I normally do.
Do we have any vinegar? Because if you put a splash of vinegar in the water, it's supposed to help them stop from cracking up.
I am just gonna end this video now. Bye, people.